Okay, there we go. Almost there. Please don't unsubscribe now. Don't unsubscribe. 7. Okay. Oh, 6. Come on. Oh, 5. Okay, one subscriber. Who will be the last subscriber? I'm just gonna go for it. It's been 7 years, nearly 200,000 kilometers, over 80 countries, and now 3 million of you following along.
Welcome to Uzbekistan,
Bolivia, Peru, Namibia, Norway, Tanzania, El Salvador, to Ghana, Saudi Arabia,
Russia,
Guinea-Bissau, to the Gambia, Chile. Welcome to Iran. Sierra Leone.
welcome to Tajikistan,
Canada, Kazakhstan, Mexico,
Georgia,
Mauritania, Senegal, Central African Republic. Welcome to the United States of America, to the Congo,
welcome to Turkey,
to Benin, Guatemala,
welcome to Greece,
Honduras, Nigeria, Montenegro. Welcome to Belize, Cameroon,
Croatia,
Togo, Afghanistan. Good morning, Internet. It is 11 o'clock in the morning and welcome back to the channel. It has been 7 years of Itchy Boots, and when this channel reached 1 million subscribers and 2 million subscribers, I kind of just let it pass. But now we are at 3 million subscribers, and I thought this might be an amazing moment to celebrate it with you and look back on some of the memories over the past years. Now, as you can tell, I am not in Tajikistan right now. I've taken a short break to come back to the Netherlands to stock up on some supplies and to make this video. So the adventure will continue in Tajikistan next week, but for now I just want to take you back and relive some of the memories of the last 7 years.
So, Noralie, how did this all start?
It all started with heartbreak. Unfortunately, Itchy Boots did not really start from a great place. It all started actually from a bit of a personal crisis. And that's part of the story that I never wanted to tell because it was too painful until I wrote a book about it and just then threw everything out there. It started with a relationship breakup, a painful one, then losing my house in the process as well. So then I decided to, might as well quit my job, and I booked a one-way ticket to India. But then the motorbikes were still not involved. I went to India because I thought I'm going to try to make a living as a travel blogger. So Itchy Boots started as a blog. I thought I'm going to travel and then write about it. But within a few months I realized this is not going to work because I literally made no money. And at the time in India, I had rented a motorcycle, a Royal Enfield. So I started to ride around on this rental motorcycle. And then I thought, this is it. Why am I not traveling on a motorcycle? I've always been traveling by public transport. And then I thought, maybe this is it. So that's when I bought my very first Royal Enfield Himalayan, as we pronounce it in India.
How does it feel to see all your motorcycles together like this?
It's a little bit surreal. I mean, this is not everybody. Of course, we have Savannah, my Honda CRF 250L, who lives permanently in a motorcycle museum in South Africa. And of course, the big missing motorcycle here is, of course, Frankie, who I left behind. Don't worry, the adventure is gonna restart in a week from now in Tajikistan. So Frankie will be back in the picture. So as my Frankie replacement, I have the new Yamaha that I was also riding on the book tour that I did in the UK. So that is kind of like my Frankie replacement. It's a great feeling to be surrounded by so many of my very beloved motorcycles. So when I started with Basanti, I thought maybe I shouldn't write about this journey, but maybe I should start filming it. The problem was I had never made any video in my life before. I wasn't even watching YouTube at the time. So I took a little bit of time to watch YouTube, figure out how do you film, how do you do any of this. And then the first ride really I did with Basanti was my first video on YouTube. And I thought it might be fun to watch this video back together.
Finally.
Intro. These flames, it's so 90s.
Good morning, Internet. It is 10 to 7 in the morning and welcome to my channel. And now everything is ready. Yay! The plan is to ride from a place called
Music is way too loud.
Mathura.
This is probably the only time I ever actually asked a person to take a shot from me. I never done that afterwards, but here I asked someone from the staff, like, can you film me? It is so bad. Moving on. So originally the idea was to ride Basanti from India to Malaysia, and it took me about 2 months to reach Malaysia. And then I was like, well, I'm not gonna stop. Why would I stop? It felt like I had just begun. So I continued and I kept on extending that journey until, yeah, I rode Basanti all the way back to the Netherlands.
Oh, I am invited for Turkish tea. Ahmed
Ahmet,
and
Furkan,
Furkan.
Elvan, Mert, Cebrail, Nuran.
Yes.
Ruski, понимаете?
Чуть-чуть.
Чуть-чуть. Хороший.
Noralie.
Kyrgyzbek.
Kyrgyzbek. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Narzan.
Narsa? Hello?
Вот такой.
How many kilometer? 5.
И 300. 5-300.
5.3.
Да. Потом это, свет нету, лампа.
I have never seen such a bizarre sight in my entire life. Oh, Basanti!
He has a shop. He sells spare parts of the motorcycles. Okay. Okay. There's no problem. No, don't be worried because he can bring for you to repair it completely. Okay.
Okay.
Lunch.
I am going to Maymut.
Have fun.
Thank you though. Bye. I'm from Holland.
Holland?
Yes. Yeah. So I definitely jinxed it in my previous video of the bike review, saying I didn't get a puncture. And you throw it over the bread.
Hey, Pop. Hi.
So when did you realize that YouTube could work instead of blogging?
Yeah, so YouTube, obviously, when I started my YouTube channel, my brother subscribed, my mom, my aunt. So I had like 3 subscribers on day 1. For YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time on your channel. And then you can put advertisements. So it took me a month to reach 1,000 subscribers and the watch time. First time I ever got paid from YouTube was after 5 months. And I earned 150 euros. That was nowhere near, enough to cover the cost because traveling is expensive and well, you can't live from 150 euros every 5 months, but it was growing. Yeah, so I just kept on creating videos. I just kept on making, and I mean, in the beginning, I was making a video every other day. It was crazy. One day I was writing and filming, and then the next day I spent the entire day editing. I wasn't very good at editing, obviously, so it was very time consuming. And I was doing logistics and research, and yeah, it was absolutely insane. But there was a crazy thing that happened quite in the beginning that blew my mind is, as I started making these videos, there were people who were emailing me saying, oh, I really like your videos, how can I support your journey? Like, how can I donate money? And I was like, wow, okay. So on my website, I put a little link where you could buy me can buy me gas. And people started to do that. And that's basically how I got through that first journey from India to the Netherlands. I did that together with the people who've been supporting me from the beginning and who were buying me fuel and then a tiny little bit from YouTube. That's how I got through that first year. So yeah, maybe this is also a good moment to thank again those people who were with me from the beginning and the fact that I am still on the road right now, who got me through that first year.
What can you tell me about Basanti?
Basanti is a heavy beast. I mean, this bike weighs like 200 kilograms, which is why I struggled very much to lift this motorbike up. But I mean, this bike will always have such a special, this is a special thing because this is the original, right? This is where it all began. Okay, Basanti's ready. Yeah, okay. Basanti has been sitting still for a little bit too long. I'm afraid she's not going to go anywhere anymore.
So you decided to continue even though you just came back to the Netherlands.
Yeah, so it was really weird when I came back to the Netherlands with Basanti because I had left 9 months earlier with the idea of maybe I'm never coming back. So to come back so early felt weird, and of course I had no life in the Netherlands. I didn't have a house, I didn't have a job, and I really felt like I had said goodbye to my country for a long time. So to be back felt really strange, and I basically only came back to make sure to leave as quickly as possible again. And the problem I had with Basanti is that Basanti has Indian plates, and Basanti was never registered on my own name. That wasn't possible as a tourist. So at that point I thought I need to have a motorcycle that has Dutch plates and that is registered to my own name, because the border crossings in the area where I wanted to go, I knew they were going to be quite tough. Because I had this dream of I want to ride from Patagonia to Alaska. That was the big journey, So I was really getting ready for that, and so this is the motorcycle I got for that. So I really enjoyed my journey with Basanti, but I was like, wrong license plate, so that's why I got Dano, which is also a Royal Enfield Himalayan, but then with Dutch plates.
But this time with sponsors.
Yeah, so by the time I finished the first journey, I remember I had 150,000 subscribers on YouTube, and by that time, oh, don't fall over. By that time, my channel was already on the radar of some brands. So I have had 2 sponsors that have been supporting me since that time, so since nearly the beginning, and that is Moscow Moto for the soft bags and Revit for my motorcycle clothes. The first season with Basanti, I filmed everything, that entire first season, with this one camera. But then when I started season 2, I started using another camera, I had a microphone in my helmet, so I really tried to improve the filmmaking a little bit. Another big improvement for season 2 was that I really started to learn how to ride a motorcycle while flying a drone at the same time. So near the end of season 1, I started using my first drone, which is this one. When I look at this now, this looks so weird and funny and small, but this was the first one. Then for season 2, I started using this one. Well, I actually brought 2 with me. I always keep 1 spare, which can be good because 1 drone, until this day, I have 1 drone sitting on top of a tree in a forest in Argentina. With this drone, I started to practice to ride and fly a drone at the same time. People always wonder, how do you do it? How do you fly a drone at the same time? But it really isn't rocket science. Now I'll show you how I take those drone shots while riding a motorbike. Do not try this at home or in traffic. So I have my controller, because this is where I'll stick the controller with, what's it called, Velcro. I'll first fly it up in the air. And I'll fly it back. Then I'll stick this on. And then it's a matter of getting some speed, usually getting to 2nd gear. Nice dusty. So I make sure I get to 2nd or 3rd gear. 3rd gear is good. And then I fly with 1 hand. So I always have to keep an eye on the frame. Am I still in frame? Yes. That's why you shouldn't do this with traffic, because you gotta look down on the screen if I'm still in frame, or basically to check what I'm filming. Now usually I have to stop several times, well usually always actually, because I want to take a different angle or I'm completely wrong with the angle.
right now I absolutely have no idea if I'm still in the frame or not. I have no idea where I am. Oh, over there I am. No, wait, where am I? Land. Oh, that's it really? Easy.
Dano has a flat tire. I'm just gonna bump out the tire. Anyway, so when I started to get better with the drone, something funny happened, because for me it was always obvious that I am flying the drone because obviously I'm traveling alone, so I'm doing all the camera work. But I think because I never show in my videos that I am riding my motorbike with one hand and flying my drone with the other. And I don't show that because it will just freak everybody out, I think, and make everybody nervous. So I don't do that. Plus I don't want to ruin the magic, you know, from like the nice drone shots. So I don't film like the behind the scenes of me flying the drone while riding. But maybe because of that, probably since that point, people will always ask me like, surely you have a crew, you know, like you have a cameraman who's doing these drone shots. And I was always like, obviously not, because it's not so difficult to do it yourself. So it takes a while.
So you did the filming all by yourself?
Yeah. There's now more than 750 videos on my channel that I've all filmed, edited, produced, everything by myself. Except, of course, this video, which is the only one where I thought I wanted to do something special, you know, for the 3 million. So I thought for this video, I want to actually get help and get some proper filming. I'm sure you can tell, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, that this is much better quality of filming. And that's because I've hired these guys.
So back to the Patagonia, Alaska trip. As we all know, 2020 was a horrible year. How did that situation turn out for you?
Yeah, so when COVID kind of hit Europe, I remember I was in Bolivia at the time and I was already getting a lot of messages from people saying, you should go home. And I was just thinking, going home? I have no home. So I really was like, where am I supposed to even go? So I thought, I'm just gonna continue. So by that time, it was still okay in South America. But then, yeah, not long after, I just managed to get across into Peru, and then Peru immediately went into a severe lockdown. And I was actually very lucky to get out with an evacuation flight organized by the Dutch government. So I got out of Peru and I flew back to the Netherlands after at the time, I'd only been on the road for 6 months with this motorcycle. So again, I found myself back in the Netherlands where I really did not want to be. All right, see if Dano wants to go somewhere. Oh. I think Dano is also not going anywhere today. I thought it was not really a flat tire, but just a soft tire. But I think the puncture is a little bit bigger than I thought. So unfortunately, Dano is also not going anywhere today.
So you had to come back to the Netherlands again. What did you do that time?
First, so I rented a small place because, again, I had no place. And at first I thought, okay, let's do things on the computer. So I started working on my website. I started to properly build a web shop. And I also made a course teaching how I was doing all this motovlogging. But in the meantime, of course, I was looking for places in the world that were open and where I could go. And at the time, Northern Europe was open, as well as Iceland. So I bought this second-hand Honda CB500X and I rode with it through Iceland and onto North Cape.
So where do you put the cameras on the bike?
Usually I have one camera on the handlebar. In the beginning it was like a normal camera, but now I usually use a 360 cam. So this one I just mount that here. The nice thing about a 360 camera is that it films everything. So it films all around. That's why I can catch shots. If I fall with the motorbike, I will always catch it because this camera films everything around it. So you never have to be worried that you don't film anything. So that's the one. And then, of course, my main camera is on my helmet. So that is the one that I use the most for most of my filming. And that's also connected to a microphone inside my helmet, so I can talk while riding.
Let's go. All right. It's always so weird to
then suddenly ride a completely different motorcycle, right? It's always getting some used to. And yeah, it's been many years since I've ridden Ronin. It is nice to be back in the Netherlands also for a little bit. You know, I've been talking about how I mostly tried to get away from the Netherlands in the beginning. You know, now after all these years, I do also like to spend little bits of time here. Because in the end, I do also live in a very pretty country. Especially here, this is such a beautiful part of the Netherlands. I mean, look at all these cute houses, right? And I mean, I'm mostly showing you how beautiful the rest of the world is, but I shouldn't forget the Netherlands. Hello? But to go back to the story, of course, after I finished my journey with Ronin, I went to Southern Africa because at the time that opened up. So I flew to South Africa and I bought another second-hand motorcycle, Savannah, my CRF 250L. And because I cannot show you that motorcycle now, because she remained in South Africa, I did make you a little compilation of that adventure with Savannah. Wow, amazing. Amazing. It's looking at me. Well, it won't be long before all the leaves are gone and it's proper winter.
When you could finally go back to finish your journey to Alaska, why did you decide to restart with a different motorcycle?
A couple of reasons. I mean, I didn't have a motorcycle any longer in South America. I had to get Dano out because Dano was on a temporary import permit. So I had the choice to either bring the No back or go on a different motorbike. And I had just been riding around Southern Africa on the 250L. And so that was my first experience of riding a very light motorcycle, and I loved it. I knew that a lighter motorcycle is just better for me because with picking it up and with handling and everything. The problem with the CRF 250L is that it has a tiny petrol tank. So I really struggled with the range. But then I saw that this motorcycle was just out, I think, the 300 Rally, and this has a bigger tank. So then I thought, you know what, in terms of weight, this motorcycle is better suited for me than the Royal Enfield. And this one has a tank that's big enough to give me the range. So that's why I decided to come back with this motorcycle. Okay, let's get Alaska ready for a short ride. Okay, let's get my gear on.
How does it feel to ride Alaska again?
It's so weird. I haven't ridden Alaska since the accident.
So after you reached Alaska, the place, you shipped this motorcycle back to Europe and then rode Africa with it. Didn't it feel like more the same after you already went to Southern Africa?
West Africa was really, to me, felt like an entirely different beast. West Africa was really tough.
What was the hardest part about traveling West Africa then?
I think it was a combination of factors. It rained a lot, so my gear was wet all the time. Everything was dirty all the time. I got sick a lot. I didn't feel myself being sick, but I was sick many times and like really, really sick. So I struggled with that. And then often there was no electricity, there was no power, so it was difficult to get my cameras charged all the time and try to upload videos even though there was no internet in many places. And the roads were obviously a mess most of the time. Yeah, and it resulted that in the end I was kind of counting down. I was kind of counting down until the season would end. That's how much I was suffering a little bit, I think, in the end of season 7.
But then the end came quicker than you thought, right?
The end obviously came with the accident, and I know riding motorcycles is always a dangerous sport and you can always crash. And it was my own fault that I crashed. Part of it was that the road was unpredictable and suddenly there was wood and rock. But I also think that I crashed because I was just in a rush to finish that season and I was hurrying up to finish it. And at first my plan was to also really ride a lot in Kenya because I knew that I couldn't ride through Egypt or Ethiopia, so I could never do the whole of Africa because of the war situation in Sudan and problems in Ethiopia. So Kenya would have been the last country, but because I was so through with it, my plan for Kenya kind of became smaller and smaller, and in the end I thought, okay, I'm just gonna ride straight to Nairobi and that's it, that's the end. But then I didn't even make it until Nairobi, unfortunately.
You're completely recovered from those injuries, right?
Yeah, my collarbone is fully healed. My toe is still a little bit sore sometimes. But other than that, I'm fully recovered.
Your videos have changed a lot through the years. How have you experienced that?
Yeah, so since the beginning, I've just always tried to get better and better. In terms of equipment, you can also tell that there has been an evolution throughout all the different seasons. And for me now, the entire season 1 is unbearable to watch because I feel like it's really badly edited. And of course, a big part in improving the videos has been through the equipment and using multiple angles and using different type of cameras. So if you look at kind of the evolution of the equipment that I've been using, because I always wanted to film with the best equipment on the market. So when I started in season 1, you had the GoPro Hero 7 on the market. So I bought that one camera that I showed earlier. And then I also bought 2 GoPro Hero 8s, which was a follow-up, but I gave away those cameras. And then I had the Hero 9, the 10, the 11, the 12, and then right now I'm filming with the 13. And I always bought several of the same one because I needed one as the helmet camera, then one facing towards me, and then I also want to always have at least one spare, because in a lot of the countries where I travel, there's not going to be a GoPro shop, or you cannot order a GoPro online. So if the camera breaks, I need to have a replacement with me. So that explains kind of all of these. And then I started using the 360 cameras. So that is the X3, the X4, and then the latest one, which is the X5 that I've been using. And then I also have a collection of kind of different looking cameras that I also just tried for a little bit, but didn't really use so much. And then also, in terms of the drones, I've also gone from very small drones to these big ones. These are the ones that I use now for the channel, the big ones, except for example, during my book tour in the UK, I couldn't fly the big one. There's all sorts of legislation around that. So in a lot of countries, you can fly a drone less than 250 grams without any paperwork or whatever. So I flew this one, for example, in the UK. But on my journey to Japan now, I'm using one of these big ones.
Why'd you never hire an editor? Like, why'd you never hire us before?
Because I don't need you. No, of course, I have been thinking a lot about this. Not about hiring you, but about hiring an editor, because obviously the editing process, even though now I'm quite quick, I can edit an episode in 4 or 5 hours, depending a little bit on the type of episode, of course. But I've never done it because in the end I feel like if you would give the raw footage of one episode to 10 different editors, you will get 10 very different videos. So I feel like the videos that I make, they are the way they are because I make them. And if I would hire someone else to do it, I think it wouldn't be an Itchy Boots video anymore. On top of that, there's also the logistical problems that in one day I can shoot easily 120, sometimes up to 200 gigabytes of footage. It's really difficult to then get that footage to someone, an editor in another country or something. I just don't even know where to begin with the logistics. So for me, it's so much faster when I have been writing and filming the one day. I have the whole story in my head. I have all the footage there. The next day I sit and I tick, 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 and I have the episode done. And to be honest, okay, some parts of the editing are really tenacious. Is that the word? But the majority of it, I really love it because it's really the creative process, and especially the last bit when I put all the music under there and I put all the clips together and then I watch it and I'm like, yes. And then I can't wait to show the video to everybody and then read the comments. So I think it's very much part of doing this job is that you actually put the videos together yourself.
You said you pretty much lost your love for traveling at the end of season 7, but now you're doing season 8.
Yeah, so recovering from the accident took really quite a long time. And by the end of that, I was so eager to travel again. So I thought, let's give it another go. And then I started season 8 in Turkey, where the food is amazing, the riding is amazing, the weather was, okay, except for a few days in the beginning, was good. And then I realized I didn't lose my love for traveling, but I just really needed a change of scenery. Oh, this is funny to ride this bike again, right? This is like obviously Frankie 2.0, and oh, I love this bike as well. I'm now going to ride to kind of the next town, which is a bit of a bigger town, because it's also really pretty. Yeah, I just love all these farmhouses with the little bridges. It's cute, right? Really cute.
this pretty castle.
You covered thousands of kilometers in well over 80 countries. Like, what do you remember the most?
Oof. I think I remember the people the most. I've seen a lot of different cultures and a lot of different people, but everywhere they've given me hospitality. You know, in so many places, total strangers would offer me water or food or invite me into their homes. And I think in the end, yeah, they got me through a lot. And I think because of it, I gained like this ultimate trust in people. You know, thinking like, okay, it doesn't matter if something goes completely wrong, if my bike breaks down, if I find another person, this person is gonna help me. That's kind of been the thought that I've had through all these years, this total trust that if I run into trouble, other people will help me. So I think in the end, this journey is not only about riding motorcycles, but I think it's also really about the adventure, the trust in people, and also to push through when things get really tough. This is the bad news. Alaska fell over, broke my mirror, and my handguard is bent, so now my clutch lever, it gets stuck. This happened. I broke another mirror. Now I broke my right side mirror. So see, my mirror just my throttle is a bit stuck. I hear something ticking. Oh, I also have a red light coming on my dashboard. That's no bueno. Look, it's leaking so much, it's just dripping there. All of this is covered in oil. So Alaska is turning into part KLR, part KTM. I have a flashing light. Who needs ABS anyway, right? I've completely slammed chain guard. Completely broken. I bent my gear shifter against the engine case. There are two enormous holes in my airbox. Okay, I have a serious problem. Alaska won't start. Doesn't start.
I love you. I love you.
So we're gonna drain the fuel from my tank because it's most likely mixed with water. They also fixed my tail lights. I just came from down there. Oh, it is not easy. It is not easy. It is super slippery. This is how I came through the battle. Now I gotta do something about this tablet. It's gonna fall off. It's so deep. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. Here I am, riding in my summer gear. Let's get out of this soft sand. Crazy. The road is covered in them. And the burnt out truck needs a blow over. They are evil. They're biting me. Dog, sweet dog. No, 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 no. Oh, ball. Coming. I have no idea where this goes to. I thought maybe a village. I'm a little bit stuck here. Underneath. Is enough? Oh, what happened? Well, it turns out I've been riding through some plants, thorny things. See, it's even just by standing here, there's just this whole pool down there. Not surprised that this was kind of bound to happen at some point. Not easy. Oh, not easy. Well, it's hailing at the moment. Look at this. How much ice is on. Here's the culprit. No, don't break my mirrors, please. Now. I have like all my tools there as well. No, 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 no. Help! That was gonna happen, honestly. Oh man. This is some of the... It's all caked. Saw that coming. It's so slippery. No, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, I broke my windshield. Oh no, I completely lost my mirror. Yeah, there it went. Sneak preview of me in 50 years. I hit that and then I came down there. I can feel my bone. I don't know even if my bone is sticking out, but I have definitely broken my collarbone. This is not good. This is not good. I am in the middle of nowhere. I might have also broken my foot. I hear a vehicle. Please let it be a car or a truck. Yeah, a car. And I made it to the hospital.
They fractured your knee.
Yeah. Very small plane. Turned out that surgery was a little bit more complicated than they thought. And in the process, they punctured my lung.
Give me money. Money. Money.
Me?
Viens, non, elle ne doit pas partir. Viens.
Amène là. Amène ça, oui. Descends-y, viens.
To the mountain.
Mountain?
Yeah.
What is the father name? 37. And you have no minute.
Is this police question? Guy with a rocket launcher. Assalamu alaikum.
Stop your call.
Please quickly, before getting dark. Okay. Oh. Stop. I'm gonna put this back in here. And then I'm gonna go, all the papers are correct.
para la moto, porque ahorita anda prácticamente
Ilegal.
My bike is stolen. My bike is stolen. My bike is gone. I'm gonna go look. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. They cut the wires. Unbelievable. They cut all my wires. Kakuka.
4 kilometers.
Okay. Sí, muy bien. Perfecto. Gracias.
Cualquier cosa que necesites, estés donde estés, llámame.
Wow. Benín. ¡Qué calor!
Ah, no me diga el torta bravo. De la lleva.
Hoy voy de León y estoy manejando hasta la frontera de Honduras.
Entonces, acompañamiento internacional termina hasta aquí. Donde nació Michelle, ya no puedes.
Está bien.
Entonces,
La holandesa va sola.
va sola.
You are a good Mandinka woman. I can see that.
Mersuga? Okay. It's gonna be a rare sight to see a woman on a motorbike in Yemen. There's not gonna be many. Oh, after every gallon it's okay. Yeah.
Un árbol tiene alma, todo tiene alma, vive, siente también.
That's your dad.
Young days, yeah. That's my dad.
Salam alaikum. Jak leves?
Very nice.
Very nice. Before I know it, I'm married off in Yemen. I wasn't paying attention and I took a bite.
It's not funny anymore? But who?
So we are busy cleaning. I have this brush. And we're using a toilet brush.
Bueno. Bueno.
Ça va? Huh? Okay. Sorry to disturb you. Sorry, piggies.
¿Dónde va a llegar?
Voy hasta Alaska.
¿Hasta Alaska? Sí.
Yeah.
Vamos a.
¿La manejo?
¿Usted?
¿Qué cilindraje tiene?
300. ¿Usted maneja bien? Ay. How are you? Thank you.
Yeah, you will still get out of this. Don't worry.
Bye, Mohammed. Assalama. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, thank you. is tight. Oh. Yes. Thanks so much, Roger. No, don't come closer now. A bear and a little cub. Look, black bear. You're a little brave one, aren't you? Oh, so many of them. Amazing. Hi.
Where are you?
Good, and you?
What are you doing here?
Riding.
Wow, amazing! Wow, amazing!
Go.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's the connection between this tank and the main tank. Ah, photo for me? Okay, wait.
Foto lah.
Share. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Shishea.
Share.
I'm Kalasha.
Loops around your seal.
Two loops around the seal.
Coming
yeah.
up.
And that's up to there.
Onto there. So that's pretty tight.
To keep the seal up.
Keep the seal up.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Unreal.
Oh.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay. Thanks. This massive thing is enormous. Yeah. I have two guys helping me. We'll lift it up here.
So, what's next?
This is not the end, of course. I feel like I've only barely begun, so I think I'm just gonna go for it. Thank you all for following this adventure and creating an Itchy Boots family of 3 million. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and then I'll see you in the next video.